What's going on, everybody? It's Joel here, and today we're taking a look at the Pioneer Pioneer weightlifting belt. So this was on my radar for a long time. I actually have a few belts from General Leathercraft before this particular one. Mainly they're weightlifting belts that have the tapered front. I never had their powerlifting belts. I don't know why, I just never thought to get one, but here it is. Finally, I have one, and this one was custom made for me by Pioneer Belts. So it does have the AMRAP logo on it. It is, once again, the Pioneer cut. So there are 1/2 inch spaces or 1/2 inch holes, not just the normal like 1 inch hole spacing. It does have nickel plated rivets, and the roller buckle is blacked out on this particular model. And then certain ones are gonna let you have like an embossing at the little belt loop right here. This is the 4-inch belt. It also comes in a 3-inch belt as well. And I have the single thickness, which is 8.5 millimeters thick. You can also get this in the double thickness, which is 13 millimeters. And I believe there's a 10 millimeter thick one that has another layer of suede in the inside. Once again, this does have black suede in the inside. This is a pretty customized belt. So something like this is gonna retail for like 150 bucks and up. So it is a little bit more on the pricey side. You can get their stock belts for $85 or $80 or something like that. I'll leave a link in the description so that you guys can shop it and know the prices for sure. And then you can also buy these pre-made at Rogue Fitness for $125. So if you wanted the cool color and you didn't really care about customizing your belt and you didn't care that it had Rogue's branding on it, then I would just go for the Rogue one. It's only a single thickness, it's the 8.5. And to be honest with you, I have a lot of powerlifting belts. I've had 10 millimeter belts, I've had 13 millimeter belts, then I have this 8.5 millimeter belt. And for what I'm doing, I really haven't noticed too much of a difference between them. Obviously get a lot more support with the thicker belts, but for the weights that I'm doing, it hasn't ever been an issue using the 8.5 millimeter thickness belt. And on the plus side, the 8.5 millimeter thickness is way easier to break in. If you've ever had to break in a really tough belt, you know what belt bite is. It's when you get all the little pinch marks on the bottom of your like belly, depending how big you are. It doesn't really matter because it's gonna happen no matter what, just because of the just rigidity, just pushing up against like your skin. It hurts, it's painful. And with the 8.5 millimeter thickness one, you get the support, but you don't get the pain from the break-in process. So I really appreciate that about having the 8.5 millimeter thickness belt. I've used this belt for all of my powerlifting movements, squats, deadlifts. I've used it for weightlifting movements. It is probably better suited for a powerlifting belt just because you get a little bit more of that support up front. It's gonna be IPF and IWF legal, but personally, I think I would not use this for weightlifting. But my gripe about this, and this is probably the only thing that's not so good about this belt, is that the belt loop sticks out a good amount. And if you're trying to keep the bar close for weightlifting movements, it's passing that part. It might clip it. I've had it happen to me, not on the way up, but on the way down, doing barbell cycling. And yeah, if that happens, it can be a bummer. So I would probably stay away from high rep weightlifting or CrossFit with this belt. But if you're doing powerlifting, you're doing like weightlifting singles where you're not cycling the barbell or anything, this is one of the best belts that you can get. It's really well made. The leather is so nice. It smells freaking gorgeous. It's beautiful. And what they've done with the Pioneer cut, the 1/2 inch sizing, the 1/2 inch spacing, makes adjusting this belt insanely easy to do compared to like a normal just 1 inch spaced belt. If you're looking into this belt, I definitely recommend it. It is really nice. It's made in the USA. The quality of the construction and materials is excellent, second to none, and it looks amazing. And then you get the adjustability from the Pioneer cut, which is probably the best feature ever found on a belt. If you guys have any questions about the Pioneer cut weightlifting belt, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And as always, guys, please hit that like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching.